What's happening, guys, and welcome back to this career mode where we're going into the final two games of our pre-season friendly here, and we're up against Mold in the semi-final. So I think we'll get straight into this and see how we go. Right, so this game actually got off to a really good start for us. We were all over them, and this was literally the first time Mold actually ventured into our first half, and an awful piece of defending by me there. And I've just let their striker straight in the middle of the box, and he heads it. Somehow, I don't know what physics was doing. I think it went on holiday here for a minute. It somehow doesn't even hit the bar, by the looks of things. It hits in front of, like, below the bar, and then bounces straight down, but it doesn't matter because we almost managed to get ourselves straight back into the game there with Farrell with a shot that went straight at the goalkeeper. It was a really unorthodox save, but again, Farrell this time, and he does actually manage to find the bottom corner, and that's the 53rd minute, so we're quite far through this game, and now we're into the last 3 minutes of this game, and desperately trying to find something here, and Cuomia with a chip pass doesn't make it through the defender, but the defender makes an awful job and it hits the post and then rebounds and hits us and goes out for a bloody goal kick. But it went to penalties, and I think I'll show you the misses. This was their miss to begin with, absolutely awful off the post. Then next penalty up, try a wee Panenka, and it doesn't pay off in the slightest. And then we managed to save one, and I think this might have been to win it, but we managed to lose it. We didn't lose it, but we managed to miss with Kebakawa. Now they need to score this to stay in the game, I think, which he manages to just goalkeeper just not managing to be able to get there. A little stuttering run and a stick at bottom corner, meaning that they must now score to go through or to stay in the penalty shootout, which well, he's looking a bit nervous. He's changing his run up here. He's going for a very, very long run up, and he tries to send it bottom corner, and I read it perfectly, save it, and we've managed to get ourselves into the final of this pre-season tournament. So yeah, it was pretty good. Decent little match. Wasn't filled with chances. You can see I had 6 shots to their 3, but now it's time for a word from our sponsor. Our sponsor this week is Shameless Self-Promotion, and basically I'm a game developer. It's what I do. I make mobile games and apps and stuff, and yeah, I made a new game. It's called Guess the Badge, and as the name may suggest, all you have to do is guess the badge. So you choose one, you try and work out which club it is, and spell it, and basically that's it. You move on to the next one, and you keep doing that until there's none left. And yeah, it's if you're into football, then it's probably up your alley. And I mean, if you're watching this video, you're probably into football. So yeah, it's available on iOS and Android, and I'll have links in the description and possibly even on screen. Maybe, if I can manage that, if it's not too much of a hassle. But anyway, enough rambling. Back to the football. Anyway, moving on. We've now got two transfer offers here. One for Kevin Farrell, which I think I'm just going to reject because I mean Bordeaux wants to pay 3.1 million for a player who's valued at between 4 and 5 million. So and then a 1.5 million offer from Bolton for Daniel Nizic, which I think I might have considered if we had more than one backup goalkeeper. I think I'm going to keep him now and see how things go. But we have a counter offer from Lewis Baker, who doesn't want 60 grand a week or whatever I offered him. He wants the 80, so I decided to offer him the 80. We'll see how that goes. So while he's pondering that, we'll get into the second game, which we're up against Novara, who I googled and are supposedly an Italian team, but when you Google them, their badge isn't the same as it is on FIFA, so I'm not sure what the deal is with that. So I think this is an Italian team. Who really knows? But anyway, we got off to a really great start here. A couple of minutes in, only 6.5 minutes in, and we've already managed to go 1 up. Farrell with a brilliant little through ball into Barrinho, who just passes it into the bottom corner, and straight from the kickoff, in the second half kickoff, they give me the ball, and yeah, Cuomia with a decent shot. Should have probably done better. It was pretty much straight down the middle of the goal, and then we managed to pop in a second with Dennis Moraes, and it was, well, when I said earlier in the season that Moraes is one to watch, he's definitely got a really good shot on him. He's scored a few goals for me from miles out, despite not having the best stats, and this is the 90th minute. I mean, Romeo there with a solid tackle to stop them getting any chance of getting back into this, and that was the final whistle. So we've managed to win ourselves the European International Cup, whatever that means, and yeah, there it is, big trophy. Alright, that's probably enough of that. I think we'll just get it. I mean, it doesn't really mean anything, so let's just cut that short right there. Right, good. So we then get a transfer offer. No, we don't. We've been, well, we do, but we've been congratulated for our performance. We got $1.5 million pretty much for winning it, and we've got a transfer offer for Kevin Farrell, which again I'm going to reject. And yeah, they want to pay Nantes want to pay $4 million for him. Who's, I mean, that's the base rate of what he's valued at, so I don't think so. And then we've got another transfer offer here for Kevin Farrell at 3.6. So if I'm not going to give him away for 4, then I'm not going to give him away for 3.6. I reject and disallow these transfer offers because I'm not going to get rid of them. So I don't really want to entertain any more bids. So we carry on. We've got another reply from Lewis Baker, and this time he doesn't want to join us regardless of the 80 grand a week I was offering him, because apparently we're not prestigious enough. Which, I mean, I don't know what he thinks prestige is, given that, I mean, we're Morecambe. We're the fucking mighty shrimps. I mean, we're about as prestigious as you can get, but he doesn't want to join us. I offer him a bit more. We got an offer here for Nedeljkov, which I'm going to stall because he's still part of the transfer offer for Lewis Baker to Chelsea, and yeah, so we can't sell him yet. But again, Lewis Baker just doesn't want to sign, so I'll offer him, I think, 90 grand this time, is it? Yeah, 90 grand, which 5-year contract, crucial first player, 90 grand a week, which is just ridiculous for our level of wages that we've currently got. And we've got another response. No, we don't. We've got another transfer offer. Oh, we do have a response from him, and he's decided to turn that one down as well. But in the meantime, I've got a transfer offer here for Ethan Davis to Tottenham for $2.5 million, which just ain't happening, because, I mean, he's just going to get better and better. By the end of next season, he'll be about 80 rated probably at this rate. So we'll keep him and see how that goes. And I'll one more effort here to get Lewis Baker, and we'll offer him 100 grand a week, which is, I mean, I didn't even want to pay 80 grand, but if we can get him for 100, then we'll see. If we're in the Premier League next season, and he's decided to reject that, so change tack, go for a loan offer. But if we can get into the Premier League next season, then that 100 grand a week's probably not that big a deal. But we'll offer a 1-year loan offer with an option to buy for 7 million, and see how if Chelsea want that, and they're going to take their time reviewing it apparently as well. So we'll get back to that at some point. In the meanwhile, I think Paulo Dybala's had an approach from Man United. Oh, for Christ's sake, £81.5 million for Man United. Just when we thought Man United has realised that they had too many strikers, they go and spend £81.5 million to buy Dybala. Royce has gone to Real Madrid for £56.5 million, and Fred to Barcelona for 44. Andrej Kramaric has gone to Wolfsburg for £14.5 million. But Dybala, Man United, they now have Dybala, Suarez, Lukaku, Icardi, Griezmann, Rooney, Zlatan, and Rashford. I mean, honestly. Anyway, we'll get into our next game. We're up against West Brom in our first game of the season, who got relegated last season, which is quite funny. And yeah, we'll get straight into that. So here we go. We're at a very wet-looking Hawthorns. It's it's not nice at all. The rain's lashing down, and this is probably our toughest game of the season away to West Brom, and it's come right at the start of the season. So thanks to the fixtures guy for that, the machine. As Tony Pulis there, not looking amused in the slightest at the weather, and well, after 10 minutes, I wasn't amused either. As you can see here, Pocagnoli absolutely molests Reece Turner, and it results in him having to be taken off on the stretcher, which, well, couldn't be a worse start to our season. 10 minutes into our season, already down a striker, which is just horrendous. So, yeah, it wasn't great. But then it almost got worse for us here with a through ball from Rondon into Perez, so I have no idea who he is. He must have been a signing or something they brought in, but he got so much space in midfield, but then with just seconds left on the clock, we managed to somehow pull a goal out of our arse, and I have no idea how Cole Stockton manages to get to this. I didn't think he was going to get there, but he somehow dangles a leg out and flicks it over the keeper, which is actually quite amazing. So, yeah, and then, well, just after half-time, they almost managed to get themselves back in it with this outrageous volley. So close to going in, and what was this? A few minutes later, we almost managed to get a second with a really good header by Kepikawa, which manages to get tipped over. As now Kawomya, somehow that doesn't go in the goal. He manages to hit it, and it deflects, hit hit the defender off the post and then comes back out again. Almost an own goal. As you can see there, West Brom, no shots on target. Absolutely none. Which, I mean, if they had a shot on target, they would have probably scored a goal. So, yeah, we got a bit lucky, but we'll take it and we'll move on. Now we've had a response as well from Chelsea, and they've accepted our loan offer for Lewis Baker. As you can see there as well, Reece Turner's out for 4 weeks, which isn't as bad as it could possibly have been, but it's still not great. And yeah, we're going to accept that. 81 grand a week, which is a lot for a player, but he is going to be our best player, so, well, best rated player. And yeah, that's probably going to wrap it up for this week. So if you've enjoyed this video, then be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to watch more of this stuff. And yeah, I'll catch you guys all next week for, well, more games. So until then, cheery bye.